Hi, it's Mark, your Madison Cork Dork. Yesterday I talked about Vinho Verde, a versatile blend of grapes from the eponymous Portuguese region. Today I'll be discussing a grape that you'll find in the German wine section that doesn't have a significant portion of acreage devoted to it in Germany. Gewurztraminer. Boy, is that hard to pronounce. So, why am I doing these videos? Well, the majority of you have probably heard of some of the varietals like Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Riesling, Moscato. I, however, would like to introduce to you to some grapes that you've probably never heard of. So at the beginning of each video, I will remind you of a few things. First and foremost, anyone can learn how to smell and taste wine. Your sensations of taste and smell are determined by the chemicals that are in food and drink. When we say we're smelling roses or we're tasting pink grapefruit, we're not making this up. With time, you can train yourself to seek out individual smells. Swirl your wine glass, close your eyes, and think about what you're smelling or tasting. And this will help you analyze wine. I'll keep bringing up several terms that I will define at the beginning of each video. You already know whether a wine is dry or sweet. Body is the mouthfeel you have when you taste wine. It's analogous to milk. If it feels like whole milk, that's full-bodied. If it's like skim milk, it's light-bodied. If it's 2%, it's medium-bodied. Tannin is the astringency you feel in your mouth that some wines have. It makes your tongue feel like it's sticking to the side of your teeth or to the roof of your mouth. Acidity is how watery your mouth feels after swallowing. The more watery, the higher the acidity. All wines are acidic. Outside of the label, alcohol can be guessed by how much wine burns at the top of your throat when it goes down. Okay, so on to the grape. As I had already mentioned, Gewurztraminer is hardly even grown in Germany, the country that people primarily associate the grape with. The top 5 countries that have devoted more land than Germany are as follows: Argentina, Moldova, Italy, the United States, and Ukraine. When I first learned this fact, it completely blew my mind. I knew that the famous Washington State winery, Chateau Ste. Michelle, had its own Gewurztraminer, but outside of that, I always assumed that it was primarily German. If, in fact, you were to go to most of your grocery stores, you would be hard-pressed to find a bottle from anywhere else, except maybe in the Alsace region of France. And Alsace, by the way, is located here in France. This little green region up top. So there's France as a whole in that little corner up there. And there in Wine Folly, there's nothing more specific or closer to that region. So, that all being said, Gewurztraminer is a mutation of the Grape Sauvignon and also has Traminer DNA in it. In fact, trying to research the origins of this grape has caused me more confusion than I would like to admit. So here's one thing that I did find on Wikipedia. Genetic instability means that the Traminers should be regarded as a family of related clones, rather than distinct varietals. Thus, DNA analysis will probably reveal that the following names are not synonymous. It gets even worse when it comes to Gewurztraminer, as Gewürztraminer, being Germans, see no difference between it and red Traminer. And some of the names look like they belong to the original green-skinned Traminer Sauvignon. So as you can tell, the history is a bit strange, and the cloning, etc. and stuff like that is incredibly hard to follow. So Gewürztraminer is a high-maintenance grape. It can grow in a lot of places, but it hates chalky soil. It's very disease-prone. Wow. Wish I had editing abilities. And buds early, which means a lot can go wrong. Not only this, it ripens very erratically and later on in the year. Due to all these reasons, there is a large variation in the level of sweetness of every Gewurztraminer bottle. So, what can you expect from Gewurztraminer? Well, it's primarily a medium-bodied aromatic white wine. It can range from very dry to sweet and has a little, if any, tannin. Gewurztraminer is not very acidic and has a medium-high alcohol level. The wine is meant to be drunk in a white wine glass, should you have one, and served between 38 to 45 degrees, known as ice cold in the world of wine. Should you have the patience, Gewurztraminer can be stored anywhere from 1 to 5 years. You can spend around $15 for a good bottle of Gewurztraminer wine, which is pretty affordable. So what are some of the smells and tastes you can expect from Gewurztraminer? Lychee, grapefruit, rose, tangerine, and ginger. Pair it with Indian or Moroccan cuisine for a fun experience. So if you're already a fan of those kinds of dishes, give this fun-sounding grape a try. Anyway, this is Mark, your Madison Cork Dork. Join me Monday at 3 o'clock when I will discuss an Italian grape primarily grown on or near Mount Etna. Thanks for watching.